I was debating myself whether to make this little video, as part of my mind was saying to me that I am trying to make the video too strange. At any event, this whole quantum science that is being pondered on by some very clever people are interesting to me, however much I understand it, or not understand it. From this angle I want to talk about the walk of a king. Perhaps one can say the wave function of the quantum object collapsed to a determination when it feels itself locally. I am trying to pull a mystical thread out of that statement. I want to change reality. Therefore, the king, or queen, changes reality when they feel themselves locally. It is obvious now that I am linking conscious thought to the fabric of reality. The above may be too much for someone who feel they are in trouble, for someone who needs a ready and practically solution. But I think there is something practical here. If you are in trouble, don't walk your path as though you are a stranger, or foreigner. An enemy may have insinuated to you that you don't belong, that you don't have ownership, and that they have the rights of something that really belongs to you. If you believe their insinuation, that it becomes so. Don't be a stranger in your own place. The wave function can't collapse to your wish. The king sits solidly. He feels his locality. I was walking the dimensions and I perceived that I must feel at home on the little path. Then the path obeys me. We have a throne, as it were. Thrones feel locality. If we can't touch a point in space, we will be wanderers. To change your life you must feel a point in space, and then God's miracle come through. And we know God's miracle passes through the mind of the brain, and needs the mind of the brain. Also, the king, who feels his locality by the conscious feeling of ownership, remains on his or her throne only when he doesn't need or feel compelled to explain things to others, or others in his mind. As soon as we need to explain things, we step off our throne. The king knows everything, is at peace, and explains nothing. He doesn't talk to people. Stop explaining things to your superego. Now when we feel our locality, our ownership, our rights over something, it is like a vertical pole or stick that is planted into the dimensional space. It is vertical, and is powerful, but remember that the ground of the pole is the awareness of ownership, but the pole or banner is nested or housed in something very strange. It is housed of course in our sense of being, our beautiful self, but particularly our psychological feeling of masculinity or femininity. That is the house of the vertical pole. Take back your path, take back your house.